Bahlali be-Steve Tshwete local municipality nenkokheli zenu ngezigaba zazo, ama-political organizations akhona la, abafundisi, othisha, nazo zonke inkokheli ezikhona emphakathini. Sanibonani nonke. Dumelang, abusheni, goeiemorgen, good morning. Kuyinjabulo enkulu kithina ukuthola lelithuba lokukhuphukela kini singizisebenzi zenu umphakathi ukuzokhulumisana nani ngomasipala wenu. Today is the first day of July, a month dedicated to one of our political giants who with other comrades fought tooth and nail for the birth of this democratic society. Nelson Rolihlahla Mandela, a man who could have lived a modest life given his qualifications as a lawyer. He chose to sacrifice so that you and I can live a decent life. He came out of jail after 27 years, not with vengeance nor anger, but with a spirit of reconciliation. He led all of us to the 1994 breakthrough, where the majority of our people experienced a ballot paper for the very first time. During this month, we want to reiterate that we should make every day a Mandela Day. Today as a country, and indeed as a world, we are faced with the invisible enemy, coronavirus. It devastates nations, regardless of race, color, or creed. As a municipality, we have already witnessed more than 130 cases and even death. As a municipality, we are fast becoming another epicenter of coronavirus infections in our region. We therefore call upon our residents that we, together, intensify the struggle against the epidemic, the pandemic. Failure to adhere to the COVID-19 protocols, a lot of us will perish. As a municipality, we urge all of you, our communities, to at all times put on your masks each time you leave your home. Observe social distancing at all times. Observe personal hygiene, which includes constant washing of hands and cleaning your immediate environment. Dear community members, we wish to extend our sincerest and deepest gratitude to all of you, the residents of Steve Tshwete local municipality, for continuing to religiously honor your civic duties by paying for the services we are providing to you. Thank you very much. Siyabonga, raleboga, baya danki. As a municipality, we commit to honor our side of the contract we have with you, which is giving you quality services while you pay for those services. We remain a municipality that is rated the best managed in Mpumalanga and number 3 in the whole country. We pride ourselves as an institution that is known for its resilience, creativity, and innovation. Therefore, we need to remain in the forefront for providing high-quality services. For all the lofty achievements that the municipality has realized, we also say thank you to the workers of our municipality, who together with you, the people, put our municipality first. Furthermore, we wish to thank the leadership and membership of organized labor for the healthy relationship they have with all of us. Fellow residents of our municipality, we are also deeply encouraged by the reignition of solidarity activism by many good Samaritans of our municipality, business, big and small, the mining houses, and all individuals who, through their acts of kindness and corporate social responsibility, continue to make it possible that the less fortunate are fed, the vulnerable taken care of, and have masks and sanitizers during these trying times. Our deepest condolences goes to the families and friends of those who have succumbed to the scourge of coronavirus here and elsewhere, especially health workers who have paid the supreme sacrifice for all of us to live. Section 153 of the Constitution of South Africa provides as follows, and I quote, "A municipality must structure and manage its administration, its budgeting, and planning processes to give priority to the needs of the community and promote social and economic development," close quotes. Therefore, this budget has its genesis from the engagements we have had with communities during our outreach meetings, as well as engagements we have had with government departments from their sector plans, business, and other stakeholders. We have worked diligently to ensure that the budget for the financial year 2020-2021 is both credible and sustainable. Most importantly, it makes a profound paradigm shift in the way we approach service delivery in our municipality. It puts more emphasis on infrastructure projects which will create much needed jobs to make up for those jobs that were lost in the private sector during the lockdown. Notwithstanding our commitment to prudent financial management across all sources of our income, we acknowledge that we owe residents of Steve Tshwete local municipalities an explanation on how we utilize their finances in the municipality and strictly for their benefit. To this end, the municipality intends to make access to the services easier than it has been in the past. Dear community members, last year during this time, we made certain commitments to the people of Steve Tshwete local municipality. I'm pleased to say that we have indeed done much to implement the commitments we made to our communities with the budget that was approved by Council in the last financial year. However, it is obvious that we will still have outstanding work to do in this regard due to COVID-19 and the lockdown and its impact. During the political lekgotla that we held in January this year, we resolved that the services of the municipality will be digitized and be smart in line with the vision of becoming the #1 city in Africa in service delivery and in good governance. The municipality has put in place infrastructure that will be able to carry the load of digitalization and smart city initiatives to serve the community faster and better. The first amongst the initiatives is the currently installed system that will cut the telephone usage expenditure by at least 600,000 per annum, and the savings can actually be more. In the new financial year, the municipality will have corporate Wi-Fi and guest Wi-Fi, which will be accessible at the various municipal offices and facilities. Furthermore, the municipality has installed a point of sale of electricity at Komati, and these services are being increased in the new financial year to get services to the people faster and nearer. We will be increasing the installation of CCTV cameras to ensure that the rate of crime in the municipality is reduced. More artificial intelligence will be fitted to ensure that the municipality can proactively react to incidents of crime. Our call center will be upgraded to address the numerous complaints about the response time on service delivery and disruptions. The process of online job application will be phased in stages, and we will start at the Middleburg and the Hendrina Civic Centers. This will also provide more certainty in terms of transparency and openness of our recruitment processes. Bahlali abathandekayo, on roads and stormwater drainage system, road and stormwater drainage system plays an important role in the economic and social benefits of our municipalities. To that effect, 84.4 million was budgeted for roads and stormwater drainage during the last financial year. To date, we are proud to report that 95% of the total amount was spent in delivering roads and stormwater. It was spent on construction of roads and stormwater drainage systems in the following areas. In KwaZulu-Natal, Extension 2, that's in Ward 1. In Transport, which is Ward 29. Providence Rest, which is Ward 29 also. KwaZulu-Natal Extension 6. Middleburg Extension 24, which is Ward 6. Rockdale, Taxi Route, Ward 6. Tokologo Ward 28, and Mhluzi Extension 2. Many job opportunities, although temporary, were created during the implementation of these projects. When jobs are created, poverty is alleviated, and the more people work, the more they will be able to provide for their families. Fellow residents, we also spent 10 million on a noteworthy project, the upgrading of the John Makakula and Mandela Drive intersection in Middleburg, Ward 12. The upgrade was significant for motorists who were continuously frustrated about the congestion traffic flow, especially during rush hours. This intersection serves as an interlink to the townships, to the town, industrial area, and national routes, which contribute to our local economic development and social benefits. Further, 12 million are spent on the resealing of roads in 17 wards. The total budget for water and sanitation projects was 165.7 million. Now, before I talk about that, should remember that in January and February, we have had problems of water in many areas, especially Tokologo, Extension 5, Extension 6, Extension 8, and other areas. For 3 weeks or something of the sort, we have also had the problem of electricity. Now, I want to say that those problems were caused by objective problems. It was not of our making. But we want to apologize as a municipality for the crisis that we experienced. Going back to water and sanitation expenditure, 17 million was spent on servicing about 724 stands with water and sanitation infrastructure in Denneser North. The project will be completed in 2020-2021 financial year. After its completion, we will be able to sell stands to those who can afford. 16 million was spent on the construction of 3 elevated steel tanks to increase pressure of water supply to residents of KwaZulu-Natal, that is Ward 2, in Redgale, which is Ward 4, Somapepa Village, which is Ward 9, and 11 million was spent on the construction of a 2.8 kilometer bulk water supply pipeline to benefit residents of Hendrina and KwaZulu-Natal again. 13 million was spent on the pump station in KwaZulu-Natal, Extension 8. Our approach towards protecting the dignity of our farm dwellers within the municipality has always been progressive. We provide them with access to safe water, sanitation, and refuse collection, even if they reside in privately owned farms. We have spent 5.5 million on the installation of low-flush toilets in Somapepa, in KwaZulu-Natal, in Patata Fontaine, in Blank Pan Farm, in Komati, Emashatini, and in Nendrina farms. An additional 7.2 million was spent on the servicing of stands with water and sanitation in Newtown, Ward 27. 32 million was spent on construction of Boss Grants Waste Treatment Center. On electrification, 68.2 million was spent as follows. 20 million was spent on the electrification of 740 stands and 12 high-mast lights, that is in Rockdale North, Ward 6. Better illumination contributes in curbing crime and promotes safety of our communities. 22 million was spent on the replacement of transformers, switch gears, and cables within the municipal area. Phase 1 of Rondebosch Integrated Human Settlement Development was approved. Subsequently, 2,107 stands were pegged and the general plan was framed. This project is funded by Mpumalanga Department of Human Settlement. This financial year, we will develop 5,000 stands and allocate them to those who qualify for RDP houses to reduce the backlog in housing. Dear residents, with regard to cleanliness and conservation of our environment, 22 million was budgeted and was spent as follows. 4 million was spent on the construction of a mini substation in Extension 24 for disposal of household waste. 9 million was spent on construction of a drop-off center in Mhluzi for disposal of garden and building waste. 12.4 million was spent on purchasing of new fleet for waste disposal. In order to create livable spaces for our communities, we have spent a total of 9.6 million as follows. 1.5 million was spent on the upgrades of 5 sports facilities in Middleburg and Mhluzi. 1 million was spent on the development of 2 new parks in Nazareth and Blugomseg. 3.6 million was spent on the upgrade of 10 parks within the municipal area. Some parks were fenced and others were provided with new play and outdoor gym equipment. 3.5 million was spent on the construction of a new roads in KwaZulu-Natal and for cemeteries. On fleet management, we have introduced a number of systems and controls to improve vehicle productivity, to deliver services to our communities as follows. 24 million was spent to purchase new vehicles such as LDVs, trucks and refuse removal compactors. We also appointed a repair and maintenance contractors to reduce fleet mechanical downtime. We are also in the process of installing fuel management and tracking devices on all our vehicles as part of our new fleet management tools to save money and drastically reduce service delivery turnaround time and also to combat corruption. The demand for housing is such high that the rate at which we can provide houses is slow. We have explored alternative ways like giving people service stands so that those who can should be in a position to build for themselves. One such pilot is in KwaZulu-Natal in a place called Emavach, where we have allocated 72 service stands to the residents to build for themselves. We can report that the allocation of RDP houses by the Provincial Department of Human Settlement stands at 1,445 units. To date, 1,407 houses were completed and handed over to beneficiaries. The houses were built in Newtown, Extension 1, Rockdale North, and Somapepa. Units at KwaZulu-Natal Extension 8 are still under construction. Accordingly, we want to thank the private sector for helping us address the housing backlog. But we were also able to sell 108 residential stands, of which 49 were sold to council employees, 35 sold to Bloemfontein, and 24 in Erorent. In partnership with GIZ and United Nations Women, 150 local women were trained on gender transformation and procurement. In November 2019, GIZ and United Nations funded a training trip to East London to further benchmark with Amatola District Municipality. The main objective of this empowerment initiative was to involve more women on our procurement systems, which hitherto was male-dominated. Dear residents, finally, we are able to report to the community that Early Childhood Development Center in Extension 4, Ward 24, was leased to Karabo ECD Center. This will uplift the community by creation of new jobs and knowledge to our children. Thanks to South 32 for the kind donation. In respect of youth development, we will continue to render to our youth a comprehensive youth advisory and development services in partnership with the private sector. But we want to concede that we have not done enough for young people in this financial year. We want to commit now that we have a youth manager. We will be in a position to see tangible programs that will go a long way in helping our young people, for the future belongs to them. But we can report that in this financial year, we have put aside 1 million as a bursary fund. This is a tangible way of investing in the young minds. On local economic development, we have launched the LED forum with government and business stakeholders, meeting and giving inputs on the various development programs of the municipality. We have also concluded an LED industry and sector analysis study through the help of GIZ. Furthermore, we have secured funds from GIZ to establish a one-stop business support center in Mhluzi, probably at Alile Tambo Center, Extension 7, to assist major businesses in the townships as part of our township revitalization strategy. The construction of the industrial park in Mhluzi is underway. Phase 2 is nearing its end. 3 of the 7 workshops are ready for occupation. The 3rd phase will be underway, and the memorandum of understanding will be finalized in mid-July 2020 with Glencoe to begin the construction of even bigger industrial warehouses. SMMEs will have better and bigger workshops to work from. Coming to 2020-2021 budget. The Integrated Development Plan is a product of consultation with you, the residents, and other stakeholders. During those consultations, as residents, you told us what your needs are. As can be expected, the needs far exceeds the budget, and as a result, it may not be possible to meet all the needs in one financial year. In this budget, we have tried, despite the circumstances, to cover a wide range of community needs. We strive to live up to the constitutional imperatives as per Section 152 of the Constitution, which provides as follows, and I quote, to provide a democratic and accountable government for local communities, to ensure the provision of services to local communities in a sustainable manner, my emphasis, in a sustainable manner, to promote social and economic development, to promote a safe and healthy environment, and to encourage involvement of communities and community organizations in the matters of local government, close quotes. Accordingly, The following is your budget for 2020-2021. A total combined expenditure budget for 2020-2021 is 2.59 billion. Of this amount, 682.4 million will be spent on capital projects as follows. On roads and stormwater, we are going to spend 92 million. And this 92 million will be spent as follows. 46.9 million is put aside to build new roads and stormwater drainage in 15 wards. 8.5 million is budgeted for taxi ranks in Ward 6, Ward 10, Ward 13, and 125. On road reseal, we will spend 14.5 million. That's in Ward 1 to 3 in KwaZulu-Natal, Ward 8, Ward 10 to 17, Ward 20 to 23. Bahlali abahle, ngiyajabula kakhulu ukuthi ngithi kini, we have had a problem of electricity in the past, njengoba besengishilo. It is our greatest pleasure ukunirepotela ukuthi this year we are going to spend 200 million ukwakha a substation, electricity substation, kuphi eMhluzi, so that eMhluzi even a dedicated substation, so that makube ne breakage electricity singahlupheki sonke. So our electricity supply must steady ukuyakha le substation will be better and more sustainable. Sibonga kakhulu ukuthi as umasipala we have been able to do that. We will also spend 158 million on other things on electricity matters. We'll replace cables to the tune of 15 million in Ward 12, Ward 18, and elsewhere where it will be required. We will spend 4.7 million to replace substations in Ward 2, Ward 12, Ward 13, Ward 19, and Ward 23. We will electrify overhead lines, substations, and 7 switching stations. And for that, we will use 123.4 million in Dorongkop and Mhluzi Ward 3, Ward 11, and Ward 13. We will also put high mast lighting in many areas, especially the low-lying areas. For that, we'll use 10.7 million, especially in Ward 2, Ward 6, Ward 8, Ward 15, 17 to 20, 23, 25 to 28. On water, 198.8 million will be spent on water-related projects. Number 1, we'll replace all the water pipes to the tune of 100 million in Middleburg and in Mhluzi, in Enrina and in KwaZulu-Natal. We will construct a reservoir to the tune of 52.7 million in Vliegveld in Graspan. We will replace equipment to the tune of 30.7 million in Valbank, in Middleburg Dam, and in Kruger Dam. For water network in the municipality, we will use 5.5 million, especially in Ward 17 and Ward 23. For wastewater management, 51.6 million has been put aside for that purpose. 11.3 million will be used in Ward 2, Ward 16, 17, 21. We will upgrade Boskran's sewer plant to the tune of 31 million. Bulk sewer network, 5.2 million in Ward 16 and Ward 17. Rural sanitation, 1 million. We have budgeted 53.9 million for community facilities to be spent as follows. New MPCC to the tune of 24.8 million in Rockdale and in KwaZulu-Natal. Cemeteries to the tune of 7.8 million in low-income areas, especially Ward 8 and Ward 11. Renovation and upgrading of sports facilities to the tune of 3.2 million. Development and upgrading of parks, 18.1 million in Ward 11, 12, 16, 18, 19, and 25. I now want to introduce to you a matter that proves to be sensitive to some residents. That's the matter of tariffs. During our interaction with you, the community, some residents said we should not increase tariffs. It is understandable, given the circumstances in which, as a municipality and indeed as a world, we find ourselves in. However, it is our considered view that the tariff increases are reasonable under the current circumstances, especially because we do not wish that the level of services should go down or to drop. We want to give the level of services at the same level at which we gave in the past, and even increase the level of services to our people. The aim of tariffs is to generate sufficient revenue to see to it that services are provided sustainably. The revenue required is only the cost of providing the service and nothing else. There is a perception among some residents that the municipality has inflated the tariffs for 2020-2021. Nothing is further from the truth. The average increase for the next financial or this financial year is about 6.5%, far less than the tariff increases in the past 4 years. We are at all times mindful of COVID-19 and its impact on the livelihood of our residents. The new tariff increases for the municipality services for the 2020-2021 financial year are therefore as follows. Property rates, 5.8%. Sewer, 8.1%. Refuse removal, 6.7%. Water, 6%. Electricity, 6.23%. Residents, it is important to note that tariff increases are necessary and unavoidable, as the municipality must continue to provide all the services like water and refuse removal, especially during these very difficult times. It is also equally important to explain that electricity tariffs are based on NERSA guidelines, and therefore they are not determined by us, they are determined at national level. Dear residents, there will always be challenges, and our needs will always exceed our resources. As the ANC-led government or municipality, we remain committed in running a clean, accountable, effective administration. But this is the 2020-21 budget that the leadership of Steve Tshwete local municipality is presenting to you based on the developmental needs of our communities. Thank you very much.